Hello and welcome back to the PES 2020 Master League with AS Roma. In the last episode, of course, things did not exactly go entirely to plan, but we did finish up the January transfer window, brought in 2 new players to bolster the squad. However, as I said, results didn't exactly go our way. We of course started the episode with a 2-2 draw against Atalanta, went ahead twice, and immediately from kickoff we were pegged back, and then had the chance to win it with the last kick of the game from Cengiz Ünder, but we missed the chance to grab all 3 points. As well as that, of course, we had our first Champions League game against Red Bull Leipzig, and it was possibly the worst performance that we've displayed all season so far, and we went down 1-0 to Leipzig. So what is in store for today's episode? Well, 2 games as per usual. Our second Champions League game against the team that offered us a contract in the summer to come and take them over, the current European champions Ajax, away at the Johan Cruyff Arena. And as well as that, we have a game in Serie A against newly promoted side Frosinone, so we might rotate the side a little bit. But what has been happening in the meantime? Well, we'll jump into that now before we jump into this game against Ajax. So we kick off this recap with the first game against Inter Milan, first versus second. We are sitting top, I think, with Inter Milan in second. I think we're tied on points anyway. We take the throw in here from Florenzi, finds its way to Ünder, who finds Zaniolo, gets the shot away, and Hupf, I think, who's in the Inter goal, has to make a save. I don't know who the keeper is, I'll be honest, maybe I've just made a random noise, but I think that's how it's pronounced. But we get a lucky break with Zaniolo getting away from Nacho and slides it underneath the keeper, who makes a save, but it comes to El Shaarawy, who gets his first goal back for Roma. First goal since his return for Steven El Shaarawy, and it gives us the lead in this huge game against Inter Milan. They come down the other end, Asamoah with the ball in towards Lukaku, heads it over the top of the crossbar. We did bring Edin Dzeko off. Gabi Barbosa we brought on against his former club to try and make an impact, and make an impact he did, running at the defence, terrorising them until he got the shot away and the keeper has to deny him. Not a whole heap happened in this game, to be honest. It was a little bit underwhelming for a top of the table clash, but we do get the win, importantly, and we take an advantage over Inter Milan as we get Steven El Shaarawy gets the only goal of the game. And then we have a chat with our chief executive, who's saying that we should be aiming higher. We're top of the league, you absolute div. We can't really aim any higher than that. As we go into the second game against Sassuolo now, before we get into this game, I want to make it abundantly clear I did not touch the difficulty settings, I did not touch anything, because once you see the end result of this game, you'll think that I've done something. As we take a lead 4 minutes in through Gabi Barbosa, getting his first goal of the season, maybe, I don't know, I can't remember. It's his first goal of the game anyway. It's important that I've said that, because he goes and gets his second goal pretty much immediately afterwards. Quite the impact that Barbosa has made. He's staking a claim to start ahead of Edin Dzeko as he gets his self-indulgence on in front of the camera. Fair play to him, he's just scored 2 goals in under 10 minutes. But Berardi, though, makes us aware that Sassuolo are still in the game. Although that doesn't mean anything, as Zaniolo plays in Gabi Barbosa, who in under 20 minutes has a hat-trick. 3 goals in 15 minutes. For Gabriel Barbosa. Gabi goal living up to his name finally. Not that he did badly last season, but he's really taken off at the start of this season. 3 goals in under 20 minutes. Sassuolo try to come back into the game through Locatelli, but he heads it wide. To be honest, I forgot he was at Sassuolo. I thought he was the next big thing of Italian football, and he's ended up at Sassuolo. We come forward again, and El Shaarawy. Half an hour played and we've scored 4 goals, and Steven El Shaarawy gets his second in 2 games. Absolutely ridiculous this. I could not believe what was happening as we went into the second half. Ball played down the line for Spinazzola. He gets it across, and Barbosa gets his head on it, and it's 4 for Gabi Barbosa. 5-0 away at Sassuolo. Barbosa has 4 of them. Ridiculous. And to be honest, it gets better because Zaniolo strides forward, and that is so unlucky. I felt really bad scoring that, but I'll take it. 6-0. Nicola Zaniolo, his shot deflected into the back of the net. And fair play to the Sassuolo fans who are still in the crowd, they've stuck around as Barbosa gets it, and bang, that's the best of the lot. 7-0 away at Sassuolo, and Barbosa got 5 of them. Absolutely bloody ludicrous. The young Brazilian, living up to his moniker, gets 5 goals in a game. 7-0, the biggest victory we've ever had in any of these Master League saves. 7-0 away. Absolutely bloody mental. As we went into the third game against Genoa, like, surely we cannot keep this this level up. So, but we'll try to, as Zaniolo gets the early chance of the game, saved by the keeper. I was aware that, I was like, oh, we've scored 7, but I bet there's going to be a boring 0-0 draw. Nope, Cengiz in there, possibly the smallest man on the pitch, gets his head to a corner, and we take the lead 16 minutes in. As we are played through again, El Shaarawy goes through, gets the ball across for Gabi Barbosa, who scores yet again. 6 goals in 2 games for Gabi Barbosa. And El Shaarawy with the assist. He's played. I was very. I remember when I bought El Shaarawy, I was hesitant, thinking, oh, I just spent money just for the sake of spending money. Nope, he has made a huge impact since he's arrived. And speaking of making a huge impact, Pau Lopez, who's been pretty stellar in goal, except for that mistake against Leipzig. As we go forward again, shot off the post, comes back out, and El Shaarawy makes it 3 goals in 3 games. For the Italian upon his return to Rome. He's looking like a pretty solid investment at this stage of the game. 3-0 before half-time against Genoa. That's what, 11 goals we've scored in 3 games with none conceded? You can't really be bad to that. As Zaniolo strides forward, finds in there, and the keeper makes a really good save to deny Cengiz in there. Genoa finally did get an effort on goal. Favelli turns, shoots, hits the post. Really unlucky. And we get it away, and that was that. We finished that game by 3-0, sitting top of the table, a point ahead of Juventus and a point ahead of Bologna. So there we go, we've recovered quite nicely from that that defeat against Leipzig. 3 wins on the spin, no goals conceded, 11 goals scored. Gabi Barbosa absolutely on flames, I believe, as the children say these days. So that's the kind of form we want going into this game against the European champions. So let's just get straight to it into this game against Ajax. It's going to be a hugely tough test, considering that they won the Champions League last season. And looking at their lineup, either they've sold a lot of people or they're vastly underestimating us. Who've they got? Kwartarski in goal, don't know who he is. Martinez, Blind, Tagliafico and Veltman at the back. Of course, we did try to get Joel Veltman during the summer. Marin, Eiting, Labiad, Tadic, Van de Beek and Hakim Ziyech playing as a centre forward for some reason. Well, that is a side that can be got at, but we have to be wary, of course. We go with the usual lineup, of course. Barbosa comes in, El Shaarawy comes in, and Diawara comes in, as he's played really well at the start of the season, so he gets the nod in our second Champions League game, our first game of this episode. We need to make up for that opening day defeat, and this will make a real statement if we can go out and beat the current title holders. Have a look at that, it's absolutely stunning. The Johan Cruyff Arena, of course, is fully licensed in PES this year. It looks absolutely fantastic. And it's a perfect arena for a Champions League night. It's a perfect arena for us to cause a huge upset in this competition. We need to make an impact. We were lackluster against Leipzig. We need to step the game up, especially in our current form. 3 wins out of 3 and scoring for absolute fun. But this is a completely different task altogether. European football, anything can of course happen. So let's go out and do what we do best at this current rate and put the ball in the net multiple times, as is kind of the point of football, really. It's terrific in-depth analysis from me there. There's Labiad inside for Tagliafico. Labiad on the overlap. Diawara up against him. He gets the ball in, does Labiad in towards Ziyech. And Lopez called into action immediately. It's an easy save, but one he had to make. was hoping for El Shaarawy to run on ahead there, much like Spinazzola is doing now. And Spinazzola gets the ball in towards Barbosa with the header, and Barbosa with the goal. Gabby Barbosa, he is unstoppable at the minute. How many goals is that he's got in 3 games? I don't know. I can't count that high. But we take the lead against the reigning champions of Europe with a lovely ball in from Spinazzola. Barbosa gets ahead of his man and out jumps him terrifically. And Gabigol is finally living up to his moniker. He's showing Inter Milan what they missed out on. That's a great... Oh, keeper, to be fair, should be doing a lot better. Ball down the line for Ziyech. He's been tripped, but he continues on. And Lopez has to make a clawing save to keep that out of the back of the net. There's Tadic. Looks for the shot. It loops up. And Lopez has to make the save. I thought that was going wide or over, but it's dipped at the last minute. And Lopez has to scramble back to tip it over the top of the crossbar. There it is. It may well be going wide, but Lopez doesn't know that. Tadic. Strong tackle from Spinazzola. Clever ball inside to Pellegrini. Here's Zaniolo. And here's Ünder with the strike on goal. And it's a fantastic goal from Cengiz Ünder, the young Turkish international. Underrated last season. And he's coming to the fore this season. Lovely build-up play. Terrific play by Spinazzola to win the ball back initially. A clever ball inside for Pellegrini. And we work it terrifically. And we are 2-0 up away from home against the European champions. Back down the line. Lovely ball that is. Out wide for Promes. Gets the ball in towards Ziyech. What a save that is by Lopez. That is a terrific reaction save. And Hakim Ziyech cannot beat our Spanish number 1. What a save that is. We are just a few moments away from knocking off the current European champions in their own backyard after an appalling opening day performance in the Champions League, and we could be in for a third here. It breaks for Zaniolo, and that is a terrific save. It was El Shaarawy, I should say. A terrific save to deny El Shaarawy. We do have this corner, and surely this will be the last action of the game if it gets cleared. Ball in towards Amin Harit! And that is the cherry on top, even though cherries are kind of gross. But Amin Harit gets his first goal for Roma, and we have absolutely decimated the current European champions in their own backyard, led by a former Feyenoord manager, of course, in Ruud Gullit, which must sting. This is why we didn't leave in the summer. This is why we wanted to stay at Roma and not come to the Johan Cruyff Arena. 3-0, and that is it. What a statement that is. 3-0 against the reigning champions. That is a way, that's the way to come back from that opening day performance. So here is how the group stands after 2 games in the group stage so far. Leipzig 2 from 2, 6 points, top of the group. We have 3 points. Ajax and Dinamo Zagreb both on a single point in our group. How is it preparing for the rest of the groups? Liverpool top of their group with Porto, Nordsjælland, Fenerbahce. Atletico top of their group with Manchester City sitting in 3rd. Shakhtar top, Inter in 2nd in Group D. Group E sees Benfica top, PSG sitting 3rd currently, Tottenham in 2nd. Group F, Arsenal top with Barcelona level on points, PSV sitting 3rd in Group F. And Bayern top of Group G. Galatasaray, well, look at this group, this is ridiculous. All on 3 points. Galatasaray sit top, Basel 2nd, Real Madrid in 3rd, and Juve bottom of the group, all on level points. It's all a matter of goal difference at this stage in Group H, so that could be one to keep an eye on for sure. So we've brought our Serie A form into the Champions League. Now the question is, can we continue our Serie A form in Serie A against Frosinone, recently promoted side? Now if there's anything I've learned from playing PES over the years, is that recently promoted sides in this game play like prime Barcelona. It's a pain in the arse to get the ball off them, and they nearly always fluke a win, which is infuriating. So hopefully that doesn't happen as we take on a Frosinone side consisting, that's the word I'm looking for, you idiot, Of Bardi, Ariado, Zeminski, Kranic, Zampano, Verde, Haas, Maiello, Vegeto, Matarese and Novakovic. Don't really know anyone in there, so that's fine. We have rotated the lineup slightly, everyone's a bit knackered. We do have 2 cup games coming up next, so the whole squad will be getting rotated and rested. But in the meantime, we've brought Martinez Cuarta in to start, we've brought Harit in to start, we've brought Justin Kluivert in to start. And apart from that, the lineup is our usual set of lads. This game should be a gimme, but we will not underestimate them. We want to win convincingly, but like I said, we'll take any sort of win, and we are in terrific form, so there's no reason why we can't keep that going. Stadio Benito Stirpe, I have absolutely mispronounced that. Lovely kit Frosinone have, I'll give that to them. It's they look like a refresher bar. There you go. God, I could go for one of them. Haven't had one of them in years. Lovely ball by Barbosa out for Kluivert. He's in here. It's Justin Kluivert. My word, that was that's gone for a bloody throw. That's awful. Now Pellegrini strides forward as he tends to do. Gets it inside to Barbosa, who looks to turn and shoot and fire it wide. He is human after all. So drive forward, I mean Harit. Out for Pellegrini. Spinazzola. Can we deliver it in again? It's well dealt with. Comes out to Harit though on the edge of the area. Who fires it back in, and he's fired it wide. Yes, Kluivert capitalises on the mistake. Gives it inside for Barbosa. What a save! What a ridiculous save that is. Harit comes to Barbosa. Makes a bit of space. And finally we have the breakthrough. Who else but Gabby Barbosa? Oh no, not again. Here, actually, you know what? You've just scored. Do what you want. Don't care. Oh, took our bloody time about it, but we finally break the deadlock. Frosinone have been so difficult to break down. That is a ridiculous goal, by the way. He's just absolutely smashed it into the back of the net. Not the greatest piece of build-up we've had throughout the game, but he gets away, makes a yard of space, and Jesus Christ, he's absolutely spaffed that into the top bins. That's not the right use of that word. Ball through. Real chance. Denisi! Denied by Lopez. That's the best chance they've had of the game, and they very nearly caught us sleeping at the back. There's Novakovic. Ball inside for Verde! And he's put it just inches wide of the post. Dionisi gets it in behind. Real chance! And Lopez makes another terrific save. Frosinone coming back into this game. They've been so difficult to break down, and now going forward they're looking more and more dangerous. Not long left now for us to hold on. We really have had to hold on in this game. Frosinone have given us a real test. 2 minutes of added time. Spinazzola given away, and hopefully we can just hold on to this. I might just do a bit of the old cheese here, just keep hold of it and knock it all the way back to Lopez if we can. And there it is. Not the most convincing of victories, but a victory nonetheless. They made it really hard, resolute at the back, dangerous going forward, and we had to struggle to get that win, but get the win we did. Isn't that a pretty picture? We sit atop of the Serie A standings, a single point ahead of Bologna, 3 points ahead of Juventus, 4 points ahead of Inter Milan. Where are AC Milan? AC Milan sit 18th at the minute, joint 18th with Udinese and Frosinone. It's going appallingly for the red half of Milan, but for the red side of Rome, it's doing it's pretty good, pretty good. Squad rotation as we go into these cup games. We've got a tough schedule on the horizon. I think we should give Antonucci some playing time. To be honest, mate, I was planning on doing that. Might our younger players will benefit from this opportunity. Yep, it's a Serie B team. We'll rotate the side. And with that, we come to the end of this episode. Highly successful. We continue our winning ways. Still haven't conceded a goal yet in 5 games, I want to say. Not bad going, and we've scored, what, 15 goals in 15 goals in 5 games. That's mad. That's absolutely mental. My math is probably incorrect, but there you go. I don't care. I'm delighted that we're actually doing well in this series for a change. I would like to thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, do hit that like button, do hit the subscribe button and all the various other stuff that people have to say on this platform, because YouTube likes engagement. So if you want to leave a like, that would be absolutely terrific. If you want to leave a comment, that'd be even bloody better. And of course, as the world is in a thoroughly uncertain state of affairs, just a quick reminder to be safe, be smart, be sensible, wash your hands, don't be going outside unless you have to, don't be a knob, because then that means that it's just prolonging us getting out and about permanently. So unless you really have to, just stay inside, just watch Netflix, or actually watch all our videos. There you go, there's a good way of passing half an hour, I guess. But while you're doing that, it's for me to say thank you once again for watching, and we will see you as always in the next one.